watching Twin Tiers Evening News with Jeff Androlonis and Alexa Olson. Now, from the Twin Tiers' biggest broadcast news operation, WVTT proudly presents Twin Tiers Evening News.
Good evening, I'm Alexa Olson. Jeff Androlonis is off. The big story on Twin Tiers Evening News. On Wednesday, the Cattaraugus County Board of Health learned that 12 patients recently tested positive for hepatitis C and 1 for hepatitis B. With more on this story, let's go live now to the WVTT Digital Newsroom where WVTT's Valerie Tysander is standing by.
Alexa, when I spoke with officials today, the Cattaraugus County Board of Health said they're actually going to be retesting these patients to make sure that it wasn't either a false positive or from something else. Late last month, Olean General Hospital told nearly 2,000 diabetic patients who had been treated at Olean General that they should take a blood test to see if they had gotten hepatitis or HIV after the hospital discovered, after an in-house review, that insulin pens, not the needles but the pens, may have been used on multiple patients. So I spoke with some Twin Tiers residents to see what they thought and see if this would affect their perspective of Olean General.
Well, I think when this first broke as a news story, I think the hospital administration, the hospital as a whole, handled it very well.
I can't guarantee, that they are caused by the pens. That's number one. Number two, heads up to Olean General for jumping on it right away and getting it taken care of. And being open and honest and above board about it all.
Olean General Hospital decided to conduct this review after it came out that the VA hospital in Buffalo had potentially infected nearly 700 patients with the same problem, reusing insulin pens. In the WVTT Digital Newsroom, I'm Valerie Tysander. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Valerie. Now we are learning local media outlets are reporting that at least one former patient plans to file a lawsuit against Olean General Hospital. We've been calling to see if this is true yet. Nothing has been confirmed to WVTT. Again, this is all what we have been hearing, but we will continue to follow up on this story. It'll be up on our Facebook page and also on our website. That's WVTTnews.com. Well, some small businesses are balking at the president's proposal to raise the federal minimum wage. Now, reporter Amy Aubert talked to one of those who says some employees just don't earn $9 per hour.
Okay, you got a full baby coming off.
Buzz Grossberg is no stranger to small business.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
He started Buzz and Ned's 21 years ago, back when minimum wage was $4.25. Now, he says, he starts employees around $8. That's 75 cents above the national rate.
We keep them there in a trial period to see if they're worth the $8 or worth $10 or worth $6.
He says shelling out $9 an hour for minimum wage
You got a beef coming off.
means an automatic raise for some employees, but it could backfire.
We have some great people who are high productivity people, but there are significant numbers that are not. And we keep them on, and a lot of people keep them on because the wages are low.
Essentially weeding out those who don't work as hard. Changing the minimum wage from $7.25 to $9 an hour costs businesses around $3,000 extra dollars per year per employee.
Theoretically, everybody's going to have to account for higher wages. So everybody in the industry is going to end up going up.
Higher prices over time, he says, for higher employee wages. In Richmond,
And WVTT sent a camera crew out to talk to some people in the Twin Tiers to see what they thought about minimum wage and the possible increase. We're going to share them as a web exclusive on our Facebook page. Make sure that you're on the lookout for that. That's facebook.com/WVTT News. We told you about that suspicious Potter County fire yesterday at Wending Creek Farms. Officials have now released new details that the fire was started as a result of arson. That structure had been vandalized in the past. Officials estimate the damage at about $70,000. A fire in Rowlett did not yield any injuries yesterday. Police say the home of Daniel and Sandra Kerr on West Branch Fishing Creek Road was on fire after about 3 p.m. and was contained by 4:30. The state police fire marshal says the damages are over $100,000 and a faulty electrical outlet is to blame. The Route 219 corridor in Cattaraugus County is in need of some revitalization, and a committee convened last night to begin the fight for funding to make it happen. Now, it's been nearly 5 years since the State Department of Transportation pulled funding for an environmental impact study meant to help develop that corridor from I-86 to Salamanca. Now, officials are hoping to make that section of 219 a 4-lane road to help decrease travel time to Buffalo and thus increasing revenue for the Twin Tiers. Yesterday, nearly 50 Olean residents gave their opinions of 4 different plans for the future of North Union Street. Each plan was designed to make the street driver, pedestrian, and cyclist friendly. The project comes out of a need for the city to replace its more than 100-year-old water and sewer lines under North Union Street. Now, residents can view and comment on the plans at NeighborWorks Home Resources on North Union Street at www.walkableolean.com. That'll be happening until February 25th. A downstate lawmaker is pushing a tackling ban for youth football in attempts to reduce the risk of serious concussions. Player safety has been a widely debated issue across the nation, and Michael Benedito is hoping to prevent those injuries. Now, the bill would ban tackling for children under the age of 11. Now, on the other hand, local coaches are fighting back, saying that helmets are safer now and concussion awareness and prevention is higher, but that continues to be a debate. Also here in the Twin Tiers, you can go to our Facebook page, join the discussion. Much more news to come. This is Twin Tiers Evening News.